All right, so I'm going to show you guys that I just started recording. My upstairs neighbor knocked on the floor above me. All right, again, just to show you how they monitor you, and in real time they'll do these things because, you know, usually I can tell when they have infiltrated someone, excuse me, on like one of my Facebook friends. So, for example, I just get this random message out of the blue. All right, that says we as blacks have an overload of death and trauma in our own lives. This is not our fight. We are overwhelmed. So, I had posted some stuff about, you know, um, white racism and how it affects us. And, so I'm thinking that maybe that's what she replying to. And it says, so I replied back, you are delusional if you think that this is not a fight. You clearly don't understand this war against us, right? So then she says, you are delusional if you misunderstood what I wrote. Look at all the deaths on your timeline. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, what deaths are you talking about? So I said, okay, I guess I misunderstood. I apologize. What exactly are you talking about? In real life, every day. What are you talking about? Again, Negropean mindset. They love to ignore the fact that, black people, Negropean people are being killed every day by racist cops, even the white supremacists with black skin, all this other stuff. We see it in real life. It affects us in real life. What the hell are you talking about? We just gonna just ignore it, like most of what these Negropeans do? Ignore it. That's what they want. Ignore it. So of course they're conditioned. This, I guess, um, manipulate this individual. Okay. It's just ridiculous. Look again, these Negropean mindsets. Okay, up on you to see if you fail yet. Nah, I'm still. I mean, that's their own lingo. I don't really give a damn about that. But don't try to tell me what I can talk about. Okay? Because you Negropeans decide that you're gonna just ignore all the shit that's happening, even around you. Okay? You can't ignore it, and that's the whole thing. We've been conditioned to ignore the truth, right? So don't try to don't listen. Don't try to Let me turn on. Uh, don't listen. Don't try to send these Negropeans on my Facebook page to send me or any kind of message like that. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We cannot continue to ignore these things, right? It's happening all around us. The reason why they think reporting or talking about these things is so negative because they love the lies. They love the lies. They love the Lord. All that bullshit, as Pastor Ray Higgins would say. Uh, um, God, like they have to stress it, like brainwash Negroes, brainwash Negropeans, I should say. All right, I don't have a whole bunch of debt on my timeline. You can go on my Facebook page and look at my timeline. I post things that are empowerment, right? I post about black women, okay, intelligent, all right, smart, intellectually gifted black women, black men. I post achievement about black people, right? But the thing these Negropeans don't like, what they don't like, is to face the reality of what we as a people go through in this country. Okay? They don't like that. They don't want the truth. They want to continue to be fed the lies so they can feel happy in their discontent, right? They can feel so they can be docile in the oppression of their civil rights, their human rights, their constitutional rights. Yeah, that's what they want. Like I said, so this is why, I do what I do. This is why a lot of us do what we do. We know the task at hand. We know the task at hand. It isn't an easy one. It's a hard one. Okay? I didn't just decide one morning I'm gonna get up and expose all this stuff. I mean, I would have exposed it, but not to the extent that I'm exposing it now. But this is what they do. This is what these are. People like us is what these white supremacists, these white racists are looking for. Because when you love yourself and you love your people, when you say at a young age, you know what, I want to create a business so I can employ my people, because you've worked in companies where the vast majority of people uh, um, that work there don't look like you, because the owners don't look like you. Okay? When you see they pay you low wages, all right? I mean, I was working um, at a company that, you know, at my young age and being ignorant, wasn't paying me no overtime. And I used to work a massive amount of overtime. All right? And the owners were Jewish. All right? So everybody that worked there, you know, didn't get paid overtime, but they got a higher salary. Okay? So, don't tell me about bullshit. We as black people and you Negropeans, you go through it every single day. The difference between, like I said, where I transitioned from being a Negropean to a black person is when I started looking at the reality and I started loving myself and I started loving my people, including you Negropeans. So even though I call you Negropeans, it's because of the state of your mind. Okay? It isn't an insult. Okay? I'm just stating what your mind is, how you're conditioned. Okay? So please. The fact that I love you Negropeans more than you love yourself should tell you a lot. But you hate it because why? You've been conditioned to hate people that love you. You've been conditioned to hate yourself. You can stand in the mirror talking about, oh, you love yourself. Okay, but guess what? Negropean women, they're wearing weaves, all different colors. 40s, 50-year-old, acting like damn children. Okay, you looking at you go on my Facebook page, you see all these middle-aged women, half naked, shaking their asses. Okay, not working out, not eating healthy. Okay, and we all suffer mental illness under this system. Okay, you look at some of these black men out there. I shouldn't say black men, Negropean out there, my age, wearing their pants below their ass. You look at our young kids, cursing out the elderly, no respect. But that's a dysfunctional society that we live in for us. That's a dysfunctional mindset we've been conditioned into. Okay? And you Negropeans hate that. You hate that. Why? Why? Because again, of your conditioning. So I understand I don't hate you, I don't dislike you. I understand your conditioning, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Because it's the sugarcoating and the lies that's keeping us in the position that we're in. That's keeping us to have the same mental state that is backwards, dysfunctional. Okay? And then for the religious, which is most Negropeans, very religious, thinking that they're so blessed. How you blessed? You might be fortunate because you got a nice job that the white supremacists keep you employed, give you a nice salary, and say, hey, this is our gatekeeper. That's why you shut up about racism. That's why you talk about there's no such thing as racism. Look at some of these conservative Negropeans. You could be conservative, but you can still acknowledge that there's racism. Okay? But that's not what they're doing. They're denying that there's racism altogether. So when I talk about and I post stuff that is our reality and the truth, and just because it doesn't make you feel good, I don't give a damn if it make you feel good. Clearly, like you don't give a damn coming on my page talking about, you telling me that too much death on my timeline. Or is that some type of death threat? Is that what it is, some type of death threat? Let me tell you something. You see, religion keeps you in fear. That's why most religious people, they're scared of dying. Okay? They're scared of dying. They talk about heaven so much. Right? About how heaven is so great. Well, if heaven is so great, why are you scared of dying? When you realize that this body is just a physical form, that you're more than this, now how do you understand that? How do you understand that? Your ancestors, the brilliance, the intelligence that they possessed, and we still possess it today. The thing is, these white supremacists, they know who you are. They know who we are. And in order to maintain their control over us under this illusion of freedom, you ain't got no freedom. You see how it is. Okay? You can't walk into any neighborhood thinking that, you got freedom. Yeah, that's what gets shot. A matter of fact, the police will, these white supremacists, these white racist police will stop you and be like, yo, you don't belong in this neighborhood. They'll run you down. Okay? Just because you're jogging through their neighborhood. Okay? Or if you're curious or something, looking, they'll chase you down. And just because you think you live in New York City don't mean shit. Okay? So, you talk about your God, or what have you. Go look at the statistics of black people in this country. Go look who's at the bottom. Go look who's at the bottom. And then come back and tell me about how you truly blessed. Because that is the hyper individualistic mindset that they've created within us, where we think individually instead of collectively. Right? This is what the church do. The church don't think collectively. The pastors, they think individually. They're about themselves and what they can get out of you. And a lot of them, you see them on the police force. Why? Because they're mentally sick. Okay? They're psychopathic. When you hear them talk about doling out God's justice. Right? When the very own Bible that they have tell them that way, if you're in a land, you're supposed to obey the laws of the land. So God don't supersede the law of the land. It tells you in your very own Bible. Don't tell me I know the Bible more than you guys. Please don't tell me that, right? When you read the Bible from front to cover, every single page, then come back on my page and tell me some shit. Okay? Because what I post is nothing compared to what's in that Bible. In terms of death and all this stuff. Yeah. Please. Okay? Yeah. So, like I said, I post a variety of topics, subjects. I don't go on your page until you stop posting religious bullshit. I don't do that. But it's always the religious people who want to persecute others, right? And then when they get a taste of their own medicine, they cry, oh, we're facing religious persecution. But you don't get to persecute other people because they don't believe what you believe and think that you're not going to get persecuted for what you believe. It doesn't work like that. And again, that's the delusional mindset. Okay? So, from now on, I'm not going to unfriend her. I'm going to keep posting, educate. Hopefully, it spark awakening within her mind. All right? As well as the other Negropeans, where they can start thinking as a black person, the way we should think. Okay? Loving ourselves, loving each other, understanding the truth, realizing the truth, understanding that we've been at war and we cannot continue to ignore the war against us. Right? The war has been there when our parents, when we were younger, when our parents was younger, when their parents was younger. It's not going to go away. Right? And trying to live comfortably in the bottom position in the society is not how you do it. That's not how you do it. There's enough to go around in America. There's enough to go around in America to where every group of people right, can have and live a decent life, to have a decent income. But y'all Negropeans don't focus on the people that are robbing you blind. But you want to focus on the people that are telling you the truth. You want to fight against the people that are telling you the truth. So, yeah. I'll continue to post what I post. Okay? You don't like it? So what? All right? I'm not posting vulgarity. I'm not posting, I probably post more moral shit than y'all do. Okay? Because y'all don't post about nothing except for a bunch of self-loathing pictures and talking about you're blessed and all this nonsense. And I keep, I had to explain this to my son the other day. I said, you go to another country as a Christian, guess what? Guess what? You have to follow their rules, their God rules, okay, or their religious rules, I should say. Right? So, again, you got to think with a broader mindset. You got to have a broader awareness. Right? We live in our own bubble, particularly religious people. They live in their own bubble while ignoring the world around them. Until until it affects them. I wouldn't even say personal. Well, personal is part of it too, but it affects their neighborhood. It affects, but the majority of them, they still ignore it. They still ignore it. Why? Because we've been conditioned not to see the truth. We've been conditioned not to see our reality. Right? So again, they know who we are. They surveil our community. They tap our phone, listen to our phone, bug off, or what have you. They sit outside in their vehicle using the Stingray, listen to conversations. Right? And understand how they use trickery. I talk about, go and read about Robert J. Lipton, the 8 Criteria of Thought Reform. They will literally, because of the technology that they have, literally, okay, in order to ingrain and deepen the belief in their religion, which they know, I would say Christianity equals white supremacy. And they will manipulate hundreds of thousands of us just to keep the millions of us mentally enslaved with religion. All right? Think about that.